Welcome back to Unbiased, your go-to for clear news and legal context. It's Thursday, February 5th, and we're diving straight into the news. The partial shutdown is over after President Trump signed a $1.2 trillion package that funds the government through September 30th, except for DHS, which is on a short continuing resolution. Democrats want specific ICE reforms for full-year DHS funding, including body cameras, limits on masked officers and roving patrols, warrant standards, and a clear use of force code. The DHS secretary said officers in Minneapolis would immediately use body cameras with plans to expand. Tom Homan announced a drawdown of 700 federal immigration personnel from Minnesota, citing new cooperation from local jails that lets ICE take custody there rather than on the street. Roughly 2,000 federal officers remain in Minneapolis. I explained that some officials still use the legal term alien under federal law, even as agencies have shifted to non-citizen or undocumented, and that Homan's jail transfer strategy echoes the Obama-era model that drove high removal numbers without large workplace raids. Homan framed body cams as fixing an inconsistency and promised smarter enforcement while saying mass deportations will continue. President Trump later said he authorized the pullback, adding they may need a softer touch, but still be tough. Trump mused about Republicans taking over voting in some places and said the federal government should step in when states mishandle elections. I walk through the Constitution. States administer elections, while Congress can set national rules for federal races. A true federal takeover of running elections would be unconstitutional without an amendment, though Congress can standardize procedures like ID or counting methods. The Supreme Court let California use its new congressional map this year, declining an emergency request to block it. I recap the state's independent commission. The legislature's temporary reclaim via ballot measure. The GOP claimed that race dominated the lines, and the lower courts finding that partisan aims, not race, were the main driver. Bill and Hillary Clinton agreed to sit for House oversight depositions on the government's handling of Epstein after repeated postponements and rising contempt threats. Hillary is set for February 26th, and Bill for the 27th. Expect questions on his relationship with Epstein and her process insights, with public versus closed format still unclear. Q. Besides the president, who else was named and in what context? A. The files show a troubling Prince Andrew photo. Emails where Elon Musk discussed holiday trips and parties with Epstein, while later saying he declined island invitations and social or travel planning with figures like Howard Lutnick, Steve Tisch, Richard Branson, and Bill Gates. A Dr. Oz shows up in a 2004 travel payment, and a redacted 2016 email. Catherine Rumler called Epstein a mentor and accepted gifts before later expressing regret. Peter Attia described limited meetings about research, denied illegal conduct, and apologized for poor judgment. A. Branson